boy angrily kissed his father's lover, only to his surprise that the other party didn't resist at all, but actively catered to Tom's advance. This made Tom feel very surprised, because before contacting Julia, all he wanted to do was to break up the relationship between her and his father. Just a few days ago, when Tom was playing in a nightclub with his friends, he suddenly saw his father dining with a sexy woman. Originally, Tom thought that the other party was just his father's business partner, but after a while, he saw his father start to do some ambiguous moves with the sexy woman. Tom, who witnessed his father's infidelity with his own eyes, couldn't accept it for a moment. He couldn't imagine what terrible things his mother, who suffered from depression, would do if she knew the news. Therefore, in order to avoid the tragedy, Tom mustered up the courage to find his father the next day, intending to ask him to give up the relationship with that woman. But when facing his strict father, Tom was afraid and finally didn't say a word about it. Since he couldn't dissuade his father, Tom decided to change his strategy to make that woman quit. In the following week, he began to follow the woman and soon learned that her name was Julia, who worked in his father's subsidiary. However, Tom didn't notice that in the process of following Julia, he gradually became obsessed with the sexy woman. What's more unexpected was that Julia had already noticed Tom's existence and was well aware of his identity. One day, Tom finally mustered up the courage to stop Julia and talk to her, but Julia's first words directly confused him.
You're doing something right now without realizing it.
Yeah, what am I doing?
You're trying to make love to me.
Naturally, Tom was unwilling to admit that he was infatuated with Julia. He also tried to complain about the bad thing to his neighbor, but the neighbor also saw that he had fallen in love with Julia. Until one day, Tom came to a friend's wedding and met Julia again, who came with other successful people. He also found that Julia and her male companion were too close, which made Tom very angry. He called Julia aside and began to rebuke her for being a gold digger who always stayed with rich men. Julia was very angry when she heard that and explained that her male companion was actually gay. Tom realized that he had said the wrong thing and quickly apologized to Julia. During the argument, Tom could no longer suppress his inner emotions and took the initiative to kiss Julia. The two soon went to Julia's home. At this moment, Tom began to face his heart and clearly knew that he had been conquered by Julia. After that, in order to completely possess Julia, he even rushed into his father's office and planned to confess everything to him.